You see where it says Moses said to Adam, "O Adam, you are our father who disappointed us and turned
Mm-hmm.
us out of paradise."
Yes.
Is Moses blaming Adam for them being turned out of paradise?
Yes.
Okay, so somebody is blaming Adam, somebody prominent,
Yes.
Moses. Moses is blaming Adam. Okay. The serpent's temptation or action had nothing to do with Adam's action because regardless of if the serpent was there or not, Adam was going to do this because Allah wrote for him to do this.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Now, is that Elijah? Is that merciful? If
No.
I have children, and I was to say that if you obey me perfectly, I would wipe you out and replace you with another child that does disobey me, so that they can ask me for forgiveness. Is that merciful?
No, not at all.
It's
Not at all.
unmerciful. It's actually
Yeah.
unmerciful to the child that was actually doing what I told him to do.
Yeah.
Boom.
Well,
Everybody wave goodbye, Islam, man. It's crazy
what's up,
work.
guys? Assalamu alaikum.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
So just on the last thing you said, yo, can I call you Darren?
Duran.
Duran, sorry.
Yes, sir.
So you said it's not merciful, it's the opposite. What the guy earlier was trying to tell you is that God is saying is showing of how merciful he is. I understand where you're coming from, okay? Now, when you were to actually look at it,
Okay.
name okay, God, what you said, what God told you to do. What did God tell you to do?
To obey his command.
Okay. Now, he gave you free will as well, correct?
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Wait, you don't have free will?
No, I do. You
Not in
don't.
Islam.
No. I'm not talking about Islam or whatever. I'm just saying, like, God in general. Like, yes, in Islam we have free will as well.
Well, there's
Free
no
will.
God in general. It's either the God in our paradigm or the God in yours. We're
Okay,
speaking about Allah. You don't
so
have
what
free
makes
will
you
in Islam
what makes you say I don't have free will?
because this is what your prophet teaches. Your prophet teaches you don't have free will, and it would violate the 4 pillars of Qadr.
Okay. So what is free will?
The ability to choose without any coercion.
The ability to choose? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You Allah has decreed everything 50,000 years before creation. You don't have the ability to make choices and decisions without
Yes.
Allah's leave. Meaning you can only will if he wills.
I don't know what that means, but what I think I got is yes, you're correct. I can't do nothing without the will of Allah. So that means
Thank
that
you.
nothing could happen without the will of Allah. That doesn't mean I still don't have the choice to choose.
Well, are you a partner with Allah?
Am I a partner with Allah?
Yeah. So the third part of Qadr, the third pillar of Qadr is his will. It's the al-Mashiyah. It says nothing occurs except by Allah's will, and whatever happens in creation happens because Allah willed it to occur, and nothing can happen outside of his will. Do you agree?
Well, yeah. That doesn't
Okay.
mean that doesn't mean I don't have a will, brother.
No, again, your will is subject to Allah's will, meaning you can only will what he wills you to will. And I can prove it.
Okay, no, look, I understand where you're coming from before you even get into it. Okay, I get it. I get you're saying that it didn't happen. It only happened because Allah said it happened, so you didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, that's not really it. That's not the definition or the understanding, the explanation of it, right?
Let me ask you a question.
So, okay, so it means basically like you have let's say there's three things, right? Okay, let's say you have the will to turn right, the will to go forward, or the will to turn left, okay, or to go backwards. Now if you were to turn left, that road is far more dangerous for you, so God is not going to will you to do that, but he's going to give you the will to turn to go straight, right, or back. You understand? So when it says that only by God's will, it's like, okay, yeah, but at the same time, you still have the decision to move forward on what you
Beautiful.
do.
Let's simplify it. Let's talk
Okay.
about, instead of right and left, let's talk about heaven or hell. Who determines
Okay.
which way you go?
God.
Okay, so you don't have a choice in that, right?
Well, where is this going?
Brother,
I mean,
go ahead.
No, I do
Like, I
not.
don't
No,
know if
sir.
this guy's
I
my friend.
don't.
He's
it
my friend.
doesn't. I just it doesn't matter where it's going. Just participate in the conversation.
Okay,
Right now. Just
okay.
answer the
I
question.
got you. I
Yeah,
got
go
you.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So
I'll
heaven or
put
hell, who decides which way you go? You or Allah?
Allah.
Thank you. So you don't have free will to choose which way you go, correct?
That's dude. If anyone had free will to choose heaven, they would do it. That's not
Oh.
the thing. The
No,
free
no,
That's
no,
will.
no.
not.
Again,
That's not necessarily the case, bro.
thank you.
So like,
Okay.
the thing is that um, so in our paradigm, like I'll just give you an example of what your theology is supposed to look like, right?
Okay. Okay.
So in our paradigm, like God desires everyone to go to heaven, right? But
Mm-hmm.
there are people who go against the will of God, right? There
Okay.
are people who act out of line in what God desires for their life, right? Now, in Islam, that's different because all of your actions have been written and decreed before you were ever born, right? Ibn Kathir says, like, literally 50,000 years before you ever existed, Allah already had these things written down, what you were going to do, what sins you're going to commit, where you're going to go. Now,
Yes.
that's incorrect. Okay, that's incorrect theology. Now, if that's the case, then you don't have free will.
Okay. So can I defend that? You don't. You know. You will isn't if you choose to go to heaven or hell, right? Will is what gets you to that position to where you're getting put
Correct.
to happen. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So let me can please finish? Just I know you like. I know I'm
You're
like
saying it's
that
the
too.
wait. Just so I want to track you. So you're saying it's the actions that one takes that lead them in whatever direction, correct?
That's the will. Yeah.
Okay, so if I can show you that Allah actually coerces your actions to lead you where He wants you to
Okay.
go, is that free will?
Off.
For
Another
example,
another 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 question. Do you believe your life was written or no?
brother,
No.
we're
No.
talking
No.
about the
No.
Islamic paradigm right now.
Yeah. This
I'm
is
gonna
about
top your
this.
question with another question. I'm not
No.
Yeah.
No.
gonna
No.
answer you.
This
I'm
is
going to
not
show
topping
you the
questions.
error. Listen, I'm going to show you the error that you're making in saying that you have free will. I'm going to show you, but I want you to actually understand where we're taking you. If you say that you have free will, then
Okay.
you co-author Allah's decree, which is shirk. But I'm going to show you that you don't have free will by showing you that Allah actually coerces your activity. For example, if sin leads you to hell, and I can show you that Allah actually makes you sin and predetermines or coerces you to sin, then do you truly have free will?
All right. I'm sorry. Do you want to ask it again?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
saying if Allah, what
Okay.
He writes,
Okay.
actually determines or coerces your behavior or activity, you don't have free will. Compatibilism says that there's Allah's universal will, and then there's your free will that actually works in tangent without any coercion by God. You
Okay.
don't fit that because Allah actually coerces your activity, meaning what you do is determined by Him.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so now can you answer the question? If Allah
Okay.
determines your behavior, meaning He coerces or employs you to behave a certain way, do you truly have free will? Yes or no?
If Allah court, what do you mean?
Okay, I'm going to read to you a hadith, okay?
Okay.
Maybe this will help. Maybe this will help. I'm going to read to you
Yes.
Sahih Bukhari 3208. It's about Allah's
32.
decree, okay? It
Okay.
says this, narrated by Abdullah bin Musid. Allah's messenger, the truly and truly inspired, said, the matter of creation of a human being is put together in the womb of a mother in 40 days. Then he becomes a clot of thick blood for a similar period, and then a piece of flesh for a similar period. Then Allah orders an angel, or then Allah sends an angel who is ordered to write down four things. He's ordered to write down the new creature's deeds, his livelihood, his date of death, and whether he will be blessed or wretched in religion. Then the soul is breathed into him. So a man among you may do good deeds till there's only but a cubit between him and paradise. And then, everybody in the chat, spam and then. I'm going to help him out. It says this, and then what has been written for him decides his behavior. Do you agree that what Allah writes for you actually determines what you do? Boom. Not done. Hold on. And then it says this. And similarly, a man among you may do evil deeds. Okay, so this is going the other way. It said a man among you may do evil deeds up until there's about a cubit between him and hellfire. And then what Allah has written for him decides his behavior. And then he starts doing deeds, characteristics of people of paradise. So that should put fear in your heart, because you could be doing good deeds till there's only but a cubit between you and paradise. And then if Allah has written in your fate that you don't make it, what he wrote will decide what you do in the end.
Okay. I
Goodbye.
see. That was great. That was a great little segment. And it got me. I like the way you put those words together. Now,
That was the Prophet Muhammad. I didn't put nothing together.
He just
no, I know,
just
but
ran.
That was the Prophet Muhammad.
no,
He just
I'm not
reading.
talking about. I'm not talking about what you read. I'm talking about the whole scenario. But okay. So to get that, it says, okay, what has been written for him decides his behavior, and he starts doing evil deeds. Right.
Boom. Meaning his
So-
actions change, right? So he was doing good deeds up until what Allah has written for him takes over and decides what he does. So if Allah has determined that you go to hell, he's going to make sure you do actions that lead you there, correct? Is that merciful? Bro, answer the verse, dude. Does
I'm
it
just
mean
kidding. All
that
right,
what
so
you can do, you have limited free will, you can do up until what Allah has written for you, correct? Correct?
but between paradise and then has been.
What Allah wrote changes your behavior, correct?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me, bro.
Yeah. So you guys are not compatibilists. You guys don't believe your will operates within Allah's divine will. Allah has full control of what he wants, and what he writes is what he gets.
And you know what, Duran, this is making sense, because you remember that thing that Adam had said to Moses.
Yes.
That makes sense, because he ain't had no choice.
Yeah.
There might be a deeper meaning into this.
I got
but
you. We're going
can-
to show you. No.
but-
I got you.
but-
We're going to show you the deeper meaning. Watch this.
Okay.
The conversation you were just having with Elijah about Adam. Who's to blame for Adam's transgression? Was Adam to blame for his own sin, or was it was Allah to blame?
Well, no, to blame. If you're blaming someone, it would be Satan. But if you're saying who allowed it, then yes, it was God.
Okay,
God
so
knew
you
it was
believe,
gonna
watch
happen.
this. You believe Allah's to Shaitan is to blame, correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's read Sahih Bukhari 66:14. You might be right. It says this, narrated by Abu Huraira. Did you want to pull it up on the screen, Elijah? Did you want to pull up Sahih Bukhari 66:14?
Damn, that was quick. Hold on. Damn. They got
All right.
there.
Here's a little bit of skill, man.
He quick with it, bro. All right, it says this. Look, it says this, narrated by Abu Huraira. The prophet said, Adam and Moses argued with each other. Moses said to Adam, "O Adam, you are our father who disappointed us, and you turned us out of paradise." Then Adam said to Moses, "O Moses, you clown. Allah favored you with this talk. He talked to you directly, and he wrote the Torah for you with his own hand. Do you blame me for actions which Shaitan has written?" Oh no, you said, did you say it was Allah or Shaitan? Who was to blame?
Well, like I said,
Wait.
Allah allowed it. Shaitan
Okay,
is to
well, let's
blame.
see. Let's see what Adam says. He says, "Moses, do you blame me for actions which Allah has written in my fate 40 years before my creation?" Is that Shaitan's fault, or is that Allah's fault for decreeing what he did?
Who like convinced Adam and Eve to eat, bro?
Oh my God,
Brother,
this guy's
what's
a
your
bot.
name? What's your name, bro?
Who convinced them to eat, bro?
Okay,
I'm asking
brother.
you a question now.
All right, here.
Why can't
Here, look. I'm gonna answer your question the way that I want you to answer Duran's questions going on.
Okay.
So, in the true scripture, Adam and Eve, out of their own free will, fall to the temptation of the serpent. They, and you can read this in the scriptures in Genesis chapter 3, see the food or the tree of the fruit of the tree as good to make one wise. It's pleasing to the eye. It seems good to food. So for after all of that deliberation, out of their own free will, they go and they do something against God's command. This was not something that God wrote for them in their fate 40 years before they existed. Now, for you, what it says here in Sahih al-Bukhari 6614 is that how is Adam able to be blamed for something which Allah had written in my fate 40 years before my
no
creation?
one blames
And let me
Adam.
hold on.
No
Let me
one
explain
blames
his blunder.
Adam.
Wait. Let me just throw this in there.
You blame
Elijah,
Adam.
I'm gonna show you the blunder this guy just made. All right, here we go.
Oh,
All right, so the
man.
4 pillars of Qadr are supposed to protect you from committing shirk. It has to do with Allah's oneness. Allah determines everything. There's 4 stages, and I'm going to read to you, and I'm going to show you where you blundered. Watch this. The first stage of Qadr is his knowledge, meaning that's what you're hitting on. Allah knows everything that it has happened, is happening, and will happen in the future, and what could possibly happen, right? And then number 2 is writing, meaning everything Allah decrees, he wrote 50,000 years before creation, correct? Before the heavens and the earth. Number 3 is called the al-Mashiach. It's pertaining to his will. Allah wrote everything that will occur in the, no, it says nothing occurs except by Allah's will. And whatever happens in creation, listen to the words. Everything that happens, not just before creation, everything that happens in creation happens because Allah willed it to occur, and nothing can happen outside of his will. Number 4 is this. It has to do with his creation. Somebody try to explain to me how to pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. I can't. It's Alkhalq. Allah is the creator of all things, including created beings, and nothing exists or comes into being except by Allah's creative act. So even our actions are created by Allah, correct? Correct?
Okay.
Those 4 pillars are to help you from committing the blunder you just made, saying that Allah is not the ultimate author of creation, but that I actually author creation and he only scribes for me.
Hey, bro, you can't put words in my mouth and get mad when I tell you I didn't say that.
Where did I make a mistake? Go ahead.
I never said. You're saying that I put Allah to a scribe, whatever, and that
You
he's
said
not the
Allah writes
author.
down
He's
what
not
I
the
do.
author. Yeah, I literally said he is the author. I literally said if you really want to look at it from where you're looking at it and go that low, please allow me to speak for the next minute. I can't. You can't interrupt me, please. Okay, so we're gonna look at it from where you're looking at it. All right. You want to blame God because God knew it was gonna happen. Okay. Fine. Where does that get you? Sure, Allah knew it was gonna happen, right? He written it down, and Adam is telling Moses, I had no choice but to eat from that.
You see where it says, Moses said to Adam, "O Adam, you are our father who disappointed us and turned us out of paradise."
Yes.
Is Moses blaming Adam for them being turned out of paradise?
Yes.
Okay, so somebody is blaming Adam, somebody prominent, Moses.
Yes.
Moses is blaming Adam. Okay.
Yes.
So then Adam responds and says, "Do you blame me for an action which Allah had written in my fate 40 years before my creation?"
Yes.
So Adam is saying, you can't blame me for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
According to Adam, who is to blame? A little spice there.
Again, it's easy. You can easily say that God is to blame, but why? You're not understanding the why, or
That's cool. We could get to the why in a second, but can we agree that Adam is saying that he's not to blame, Allah is to blame?
well, okay. Could we change the word blame?
No, because that's the word that Adam uses. He says, "Do you blame me?" So we're using the words that the Hadith gives us. You know.
Well, I understand. Well, if Adam were to say blame Allah, then you can say that. but he
Okay,
didn't.
so then who is when he says, "Do you blame me for an action which Allah had written in my fate 40 years before my creation?" He's
Yes.
shifting the blame off of himself, right?
He's he's obviously like he's talking about God, right? So he's not gonna be
Right.
like blame God. He was like, look, bro,
But he
it's
is.
not my fault, but
Whose fault is it?
Whose fault is he saying it is? Who is he saying is responsible for this? Because he
okay,
said, yeah, go ahead.
to get to the fault, you would have to look elsewhere for the full story. You know what I mean? Like you're
No, you
coming in,
don't.
you're
It's
coming
right
in. No,
here.
no, no, no. But when you look at the full story from top to bottom, you can understand who is to blame, why it happened, where it happened, when it happened, and how it happened.
So let me ask you this. Let's say my dad gave me an order in this house, right? He
Dad
told
gave
me
you
to, yeah. Let's say my dad told me to water the lawn, right?
water. Okay.
Okay. So then let's say you come with me to my house and you say, Avery, it's your fault that this grass is wet. And I say to you, do you blame me for an action which my father ordered me to do before I came to the house?
Okay, perfect. I love that analogy. Now, can I give you one?
Wait, so let's deal with the analogy first.
Okay,
So
the
with
analogy is as I understand it. Yes.
okay, so with the analogy, I
Okay.
shifted blame off of me. I'm saying you don't blame me for the grass being wet. It's my dad is responsible for it being wet because he's the one who ordered me to do this, right?
Look, brother, you're making complete sense, 100%, and I can agree to that. But I can't give you that because then you're not understanding the truth.
Okay, so let's break it down then. Since you said the analogy was perfect,
Yes.
so let's substitute characters back now.
Okay.
So
But
so
could we get the
Moses,
order correctly though? Could we get
this is
the
this
story
is
correct?
what do you mean?
You're just saying God, you, and your friends. Like, okay, there's other things involved. There's other reasons why it needs to be watered. There's other reasons there's another
What
person. Where's Satan at this point? Where's the
the thing,
serpent
but here's the thing.
and the analogy, bro? You're missing.
The serpent here is a non-factor. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because the serpent's temptation or action had nothing to do with Adam's action, because regardless of if the serpent was there or not, Adam was going to do this because Allah wrote for him to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Get what I'm saying? It's not this. It's the serpent had nothing to do with this. Basically,
The
he
whole
was
thing
just
is
a character in the story.
no, brother. Allah wrote for the serpent to convince them. So everything does
Okay.
connect.
So it's still Allah.
Okay,
No,
so
no, but you gotta
Allah.
understand. Like I
I'm with
said, you
you.
can blame Allah, but it doesn't get you nowhere, bro. You're not understanding nothing.
No worries. But can we agree that the fault or the responsibility of Adam eating the fruit is not on Adam, it's on Allah. Allah's
That's-
responsible for him
yeah.
eating the fruit, right?
Yeah, yeah. No. He's not. Hey, stop, bro. No, listen to me, Avery. Listen, please, listen.
Come on,
Look,
dog.
he's not responsible. Look. He's not like responsible in the fact that he made him eat it, but he
Huh?
knew it was gonna happen. He wanted it to happen. If that's what you want, then yes.
All right, so let me ask you this. You said my analogy was perfect.
Okay.
Am I responsible for the grass being wet, or is my father responsible for the grass being wet?
And your analogy,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean I'm giving you the win here.
Right.
That's
okay.
the problem, bro. In your analogy, yes, your dad is the blame because he gave you the
Okay.
order.
But boom, because he gave me the order. All right. Now,
Okay.
was it ordered, decreed for Adam to eat the fruit?
Was it ordered? It wasn't ordered, no.
So when Allah decrees
It was
something,
predicted.
is Allah's decree in order?
Brother, he predicted it was gonna happen.
I didn't ask about his prediction. Look. So if okay, when Moses says it's your fault that we've been turned out of paradise,
Yes.
is Moses wrong for blaming Adam, or is he correct for blaming Adam?
Moses, because he doesn't know, he's correct. But then Adam taught him. Adam was like, it's not my fault.
Right. so when Adam says, "Hey, it's not my fault," so Moses was not correct. So Moses was ignorantly, or maybe even not ignorantly, he's just wrong, right? He was wrongfully blaming Adam for them being turned out of paradise, for him eating the fruit, right?
Yes.
Moses was wrong. Adam corrects
Well,
him.
he
And
wasn't
says,
wrong. He just didn't know better. There is a difference. I'm sorry.
No, there it is. No, it's either you're right. It's either he was correct in the blame to blame Adam, or he was wrong in blaming Adam. It's not. There's no middle ground.
Okay.
So which one is it? What would you say?
You got it. He was wrong.
Okay. So Moses was wrong for blaming Adam for eating the fruit and thus them being turned out of paradise. Okay. He was wrong for blaming Adam.
Okay.
So Adam was correct that he himself is not to blame for his action. Correct?
You can't blame him for why it happened.
For his action. The action of eating the fruit.
The action itself was all up to Adam.
So then Moses is correct then to blame Adam, right?
I mean, he's correct, but he's wrong. Yeah, I mean, he's correct. He's no. I'm so.
You can't make that up.
So you're saying you said yes insofar as to say no.
Okay,
He's correct insofar as being wrong. Is that right?
He can question it, but yes, he was wrong.
He didn't question it. He made a claim. He made a definitive statement. He said, Adam, you are our father. You are our father who disappointed us and turned us out of paradise. He said, you did this.
Yeah, he questioned Adam's faith.
No, he doesn't. Let's brother, come on. If you're not going to be honest with me, we're going to have to move on. He says, you are our father who disappointed us and turned us out of paradise. He blames him for an action that has nothing to do with his faith. Correct? Okay. So he's blaming Adam for sinning and thus them being turned out of paradise. Adam responds with, do you blame me for inaction? So what's the action? Adam eating the fruit, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Do you blame me for an action, i.e. eating the fruit, which Allah had written in my fate 40 years before my creation? So Adam is saying, hey, don't blame me for me eating the fruit, because this was written for me to do 40 years before my creation.
Yeah.
So is Adam taking responsibility for him eating the fruit, or is he shifting responsibility?
Shifting.
Awesome. Who does he shift responsibility to?
Allah.
Okay. And then it says Adam confuted Moses, meaning Adam was correct, right?
Okay. Yes.
So the one responsible for Adam eating the fruit is not Adam, it's Allah.
Okay. Now, okay, cool. Everything you said is nothing detrimental. It doesn't make or break my religion. It's like, okay, cool. But it's like, where does that get you? Now,
I could tell you where it gets us. It gets us to the point where now Duran Dorsey and Elijah's point from the get-go is that Allah is the one who causes you guys to sin, and then he punishes you for actions he made you do in the first place. And thus he's not truly merciful.
Okay, what we're saying is Adam refused responsibility for his actions, right?
I agree with
Because
you.
Allah has written in his fate that he was going to do what he ended up doing 40 years before he was even created, correct? So he's saying it's not my fault. Allah wrote it for me. So it's his fault, correct?
He didn't say it's his fault.
Brother, that's
You're
the
saying
only
it's his
theological
fault.
conclusion. If he's saying it's not me, but it's Allah who wrote for me what I do or what I would do, who's he blaming?
He's more saying, I mean, I guess you could, like I said, you can blame Allah, you can blame God, but where does that
But that's
get
what
you,
we're saying.
bro?
Is it just to punish? Is it merciful to punish someone for committing an act that Allah decreed? Yes or no?
Is it
Is it just or is it
and
merciful to punish me for something that Allah has written in my fate and I have no choice but to commit that act? Yes or no?
and
That's a yes or no.
Adam's and there's Adam's case and then there's everybody else's case.
Well, okay, in my case, what if I commit adultery? Whose fault is that?
Your fault.
Are you sure?
100%.
Okay, can you read Sahih Muslim 2658b or 58a?
20
Let's see whose fault it is, chat. If I commit adultery, he says it's my fault. Let's see what the prophet says.
Sahih, I'm sorry, what number?
Sahih Muslim 2658a.
2658.
A. Read that. What does that say?
Give me 1 second, pulling it up. Abu Hurairah reported Allah's messenger as saying, Allah fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in. There would be no escape from it. The adultery of the eye is the lust look, and the adultery of the ears is listening to I don't know how to say that word, sorry. I guess it translates to songs or talks, like eavesdropping and stuff.
Okay.
And the adultery of the tongue is speech, whatever, and the adultery of the hand is the lustful grip, and the adultery of the feet is to walk where he intends to commit adultery, and the heart yearns and desires which he may or may not put into effect.
Boom. So watch this. It says Allah has fixed the very portion of adultery which man will indulge in. Is that what it says?
Yes,
It says there will be no escape from it, correct?
there will be no escape from it. Yes.
So when Allah decrees the amount of adultery that I will commit, do I have a choice?
No. That's not what happens. That's not what's being said.
It says Abu Hurairah reported Allah's messenger saying Allah has fixed. What does it mean to fix something? If I fix like something, what does that mean?
Let's say fix the portion. Or
Okay.
fix the very portion. Okay,
Of
what does that mean?
adultery in which man will indulge in,
No,
correct?
no.
So Allah,
Let's stick with the fix. I like how you wanted to explain fix. So let's explain fix the very portion. What does that
okay, go
mean?
ahead. Well, no, you tell me.
You
You're
want me to
changing the
tell you? All
definition, so
right.
you tell me what it means. It means to
So
set, right? It means to set something, to
like a
fix
limit,
something.
like a
Yeah.
limit. Set a limit.
Yeah.
He
So
like
he
set a limit on adultery.
correct.
Okay.
So it means he fixed the very portion of adultery in which man will indulge in, correct?
Yes.
And it says there will be what?
No escaping from it.
Is that free will?
So
Watch him explain his way out of this. Go ahead.
no. Stop. I'm only here to tell the truth, bro. I'm here doing
Go
God's
ahead.
work. That's it.
Explain your way
So
out of
Allah
this.
fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in. So he
And there's no
limited.
escape.
He limited. Yes. Let me finish. He limited the portion of adultery, right? So he set a limit to the adultery men are gonna that men are gonna indulge in, right? So
And they can't escape it.
yeah, he can't escape it in the fact, in a sense that it's all in front of us, meaning that you got girls in bikinis and this and that. That's what it means when it's you can't escape it. It's like it's all in front of you. It's all there that you can't escape it. You will fall into sin. You will sin. Everybody is to sin. Don't get angry, bro.
And
Let me
Allah
finish.
fixed the amount of sin that I will commit, right?
So that means, so when it goes to adultery, the word adultery is used. It doesn't mean for prostitution, for having sexual intercourse. It tells you adultery of, the adultery of the eye. So it tells you all the different adulteries: the eye, the touch, the tongue, how you talk, how you listen, how you look, or what you look at, lower your gaze, stuff like that. So
Okay.
he limited all of those sins.
And he fixed the amount of portion, how much that you would do.
Okay, you still have the free will not to do it.
No, it just says you can't escape it. How does that work?
It can't escape it because it's in front of you. It's there with you.
It says Abu Hurairah reported Allah's messenger as saying, Allah fixed the very portion of adultery which a man will indulge in.
Yeah.
That's personal. That's not saying he set the amount of adultery in the world and we can't escape it because it's walking around. It says he's fixed the very portion of adultery in which a man
Well, I didn't say
will indulge in.
I didn't say he fixed a portion of the world.